Hey everybody, in this video we will be teaching you how to paint these little wooden throw terrain fences. Here we are all set up for painting. So what we got is our fences, just a little palette for drying, we got a little palette to put paint on, and we got a big tub of brown house paint. So let's get the brown house paint out of the jug and onto our palette. Alright, that'll do. So let's mix in a little bit of water. Okay, not bad. Tons of paint here. That's why I just like to buy entire 3.5 liter jugs of this thing, because we go through a lot as we make terrain. And alright, so this is pretty simple. You know how to paint. You just gotta slather it all over, get a nice thick base coat, and do not leave any bits exposed. You don't want to leave any of the sand bits exposed, neither any of the wood bits exposed. So here we go. We'll just do one and then we will leave you to do the rest. Slather it on nice and thick. This is going to give a nice protective layer because it's a nice thick house paint, which is why I don't water it down too much, but I do add a little bit so that it flows into all the wooden crevices, like all the wood grain, and also gets in between all the grains of sand. Okay, so there is one finished, so go ahead and do it on all the rest. There they are, all done. So let's set those aside to dry, and guys, on video things dry so much faster. Just watch. And there they are. Okay, so let's start painting them. They're all dry now, and I have my Iwata HPCS airbrush right here, and we are going to just do a little airbrushing on them just for some base layers. I'm going to get out my Vallejo Leather Brown. There it is. And let's dump a little bit in there. Awesome. And now let's just turn this on real quick so we don't die. Just a little air vent. And all right, let's get some airbrushing done. So just do some just random dabs for some color variation and color modulation. And there we are. Simple, simple, simple. A little on the top. And all right, looking good. So let's do another one just for example. I'll look a little closer at this viewer to make sure I'm on screen. Oh yeah. Random color variation, color modulation, looking good. A little on the tops. Beautiful. There we are. So now go ahead and do that on all of them, and we'll be right back. Here it is, all done. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do two things. One, we're gonna do a dry brush on the sand of Baneblade Brown, just to give some variation from the actual fencing itself, make the dirt look different. And then we are going to give a dry brush of Ushabti Bone over the whole thing, just to kind of mute down the colors and blend everything together. Kind of give the completed wood look to it. So here we go, let's start off. Just get my dry brush ready, and you can hear little Blakely talking outside. She's a little cutie pie, my 1.5-year-old. She's saying hi to everybody. All right, so here we go. Get some Baneblade Brown out on my palette. Make it nice and dry. Nice and dry. Good for a dry brush. Cool, and we'll just get all of the dirt right here. Now we're going fairly heavy because we're doing that next layer of bone on top, and so we want to be able to see this underneath. All right, there it goes. You guys know how to dry brush, fairly easy, so go ahead and do it on all of them. It's done on all 6, so now we're just going to take that Ushabti Bone and let's set up for a little dry brush over the entire fencing and the dirt as well. So very excited, because then we can basically, maybe with a little bit of weathering on top, we'll see, might be able to call these things done. So here we go. Very nice, very nice. Look at that. All right. Just makes all those wood grains pop and look great. I'll get a nice close-up in a second. A bit just needed a little bit more. Beautiful. So, guys, check that out. That is beautifully painted wood fencing right there. Awesome. So let's go ahead and do it on all of them and get a nice close-up of it. Here we are, back in a flash. Hey, one last little detail before we are done with everything. I wanted to put a little grass on here. I thought this would be a good idea and help give some variation in color. So I took out a little bit of white glue. We'll just make some little dabs because these are very shallow patches of dirt. Okay, so there's my white glue, and now we will just take the grass that we have here, static grass, and put it on top, shake it off, do it on the other side, and that'll help give these some color, give these a little more character, and make them pop just a little bit more. Let's see, how about that? Bam, perfect. I love it. Let's do it on all of them. There they are with the grass all done, and what a difference it makes. Just a little bit of color, very subtle, but brings them to life. So there you go. I'm glad we did it, took that extra step, and there it is. Guys, that's the end. These wooden fences for Throw Train for fantasy games. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed that video on how to paint those Throw Train fences. If you liked it, I would love if you could hit that subscribe button with the bell so you get notifications when we do future videos as well. And then lastly, if you really like that video, jump down to our Patreon link in the video description below where you can support the YouTube channel for as little as $1 a video. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope to see you at our next encounter.
Like a monkey in a rocket on his way back home. Okay.